What do you think, Tomas? Do we have a decent case?
Well, let's back up a little bit first. I've put together a dossier on Victoria Lane. Now, my staff has turned up some information I think might be very useful to us in the custody hearing.
What kind of information?
Well, we ran the usual background check, talked to some of her friends. Almost everyone has something in their past they just as soon forget.
Such as?
Well, in Victoria's case, nothing very incriminating in and of itself. A low-budget film made last year where she briefly appeared in the nude. A series of evictions from apartments in Los Angeles due to non-payment of rent. Of course, that was several years ago when she first started working as an actress.
And that's it?
Well, I know it doesn't sound like much, but I think with this information, coupled with her ongoing drug problem, I'm confident we can build a fairly strong case in favor of you obtaining custody of the child.
What do you think?
Well, I think if it means that we have a legal right to be with Chip, then we should do it, don't you?
Well, I suppose, but I gotta tell you, I really don't care for this.
Look, it's the only way we can establish character and determine the fitness of the mother in terms of her rights to the child.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the decision to proceed is going to be up to you, Cruz. Now, you're going to have to ask yourself some hard questions, and one of them is how far you're willing to go to assure that the court makes an award in your favor. If you think it's dirty pool now, just wait until you face Victoria in that courtroom.
Cruz, are you having second thoughts?
If you are, we should discuss them now. I don't want any surprises in the courtroom.
Well, as a matter of fact, I am having second thoughts. I want my boy to be here with us, but frankly, I don't care for your methods.
Cruz.
No. It's all right. I'm not offended. What is it specifically that you object to?
Dragging her past out in court in front of a judge. I mean, she's been through enough already without going through the humiliation of reliving it. It just doesn't seem fair.
Well, you know, what doesn't seem fair also is that Chip should live with somebody who can't obviously give him a stable home life.
Well, darling, I know that, and I want to protect Chip as much as is humanly possible, but I do not want to destroy his mother in the process.
Sweetheart, you were willing to kidnap this child yesterday when you thought that Victoria was a bad influence.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. You know, if you had taken Chip, you would have been leaving yourself wide open for criminal prosecution. Legally, you have no rights as far as the boy is concerned unless we are able to establish in court that Miss Lane is incompetent both as a mother and a primary caregiver.
Yeah, well, it seems to me that her actions, her behavior the past few weeks would persuade any judge that she's not up to caring for the boy right now.
Based on what? Hearsay? Your word against hers? We can't subpoena the hospital records. They're confidential. No, I'm afraid our only recourse is to verifiably document Victoria's history of irresponsible and unstable behavior.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know what the hell to think. I just don't like to kick somebody when they're down.
The final decision's going to be up to you. But remember, your son's welfare is in your hands. If you make a commitment to fight for him, you've got to go the distance. Anything less than that, you might well stand a chance of losing your son forever.
I love this house. It's so beautiful.
Thanks. I'm so glad you stopped by.
Where's your handsome husband?
Well, he went to drop Chip off at his mother's. Want some coffee?
I'd love some.
Okay.
Thank you.
The custody hearings this afternoon.
Yes, I know, my darling. I thought I'd come over and give you a little moral support.
How about a lot of moral support?
What are the chances?
Well, you know, it's really hard to say. Here you are. I think because they have to prove whether Victoria is an unfit mother or not, and Cruz is just not sure how far he's willing to proceed, you know, to get joint custody.
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm trying to be supportive for him.
That doesn't answer my question. How are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm doing okay. I mean, things are a little scattered. Chip is the priority right now, so everything is sort of on hold.
Well, what about the follow-up piece in Lydia Saunders' story?
Well, it's kind of on hold, too. I mean, things have to be done, you know, gathering of information and scheduling of appointments, and I just haven't had the time, and I'm sorry to see this happen. I don't want the momentum to die down, because I certainly don't want the story to die.
Oh, you're still going to do it, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but, you know, I have to be honest. What really propelled me through the story was my hostility towards Lydia.
That's changed?
Well, a little bit. I mean, I look at this, Mom. I mean, look at this job. And I see that, you know, the stories that you project, when you gather all this information, and then you have interviews, and then you sort of get it all together, and then you take an objective point of view, and you hopefully can project it with something that has your mark on it.
You sound so excited.
Well, I guess I am excited. I don't know. I don't know how the people at the TV station react to me. I don't think they're as excited about working with me on it.
You need a little time to establish your credibility and make sure that they understand you have great intentions.
Well, I'm not throwing the towel in yet.
I'm dusting off the mantle to put your Emmy on.
Oh, Mom. Please. I'm just trying to see if I can raise people's consciousness. Make them aware of how the unemployment issue is really important. If I can do that.
I think you can do anything you put your mind to.
This is because you're my mother.
No, it's not. Because you're my daughter.
Well, now I know why I love you.
Who's representing you in the custody?
You might know him. Thomas Randall.
Thomas. Oh, sure I do. He's with the firm that represents your father's company.
Yeah, he said to say hello to you.
Did he? I bet he made it sound like an indecent proposal.
Sounds like you two have a history.
Oh, and it's just a silly running gag we have. I see him at parties, and he flirts with me. I turn him down, and, you know, it's harmless fun.
Why'd you call him?
Call him?
Yeah.
You mean like for a date? Oh, please.
Mama, I mean, please, you could call him. You maybe, you know, ask him out to lunch or something. I mean, you're both attractive, intelligent, you know, reasonably mature adults. So you go out and you have lunch and maybe you like each other. And you can never tell what might happen.
Well, hold on. Just wait a minute, please. You're going to have me married in a few minutes.
Mama, I don't want you spending the rest of your life alone, growing old and lonely.
Eden, I have no intention of spending the rest of my life alone. This freedom I have right now, it's a pretty heady thing. I want to give myself a little time to enjoy it.
All right. You can still have lunch. I mean, it doesn't have to be Mr. Randolph. He's cute.
Okay, I'll make you happy. I'm having lunch today with a man. It's a date. And he's cute. Arthur Donnelly, Heather's father.
Is it serious?
Eden, it's lunch. That's all. We like each other. We get along. We enjoy each other's company.
Oh, well, you know, if you're happy, I'm happy.
Honey, I think about your father a lot. And I miss him. And I do miss having a man in my life. But I'm not running out looking for someone to replace him. First of all, it would be impossible. Second of all, I'm very healthy. And with that, I'm going to leave you.
Oh, okay.
What time is the hearing?
It's at 4 o'clock, but Cruz said he was going to come back here first.
Maybe
he
he
should be back by now.
should probably stop somewhere on the way to his mother's.
Yeah, maybe. You worried? Oh, no. I mean, you were probably right. They just stopped somewhere.
Little one,
What do you think, Chipper?
look what you've done to my life. Turning my world upside down.
What should we do?
I don't know what to do. Little one, who would have thought?
Call me as soon as the hearing's over.
Yes, I promise.
Oh,
Oh,
Princess.
hi, Daddy.
Sophia. Look, I'm sorry I didn't call first, but I think, I want to tell you something that can't wait.
It's all right. I was just leaving.
No, I think you better stay. Concerns the whole family.
Well, Daddy, what is it?
I got my hands on a preview copy of the network special that Lydia Saunders is putting on. You're right. Absolutely right. In the 60 seconds, she's managed to decimate the family. I came off as the worst villain since Ebenezer Scrooge, but none of us were spared. I just wanted to prepare you and let you know that I had nothing to do with what's going on in the air.
Well, that's a small comfort, isn't it?
Well, is there any way you can stop it, Daddy?
I wish there were. I've got my lawyers checking on the legality of things, maybe to get an injunction, but I don't think it's going to work. Do you mind if I have a minute alone with your mother? That is, if it's all right with you.
Okay, be in the kitchen.
Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to like this?
Well, I'm afraid that Lydia was not particularly kind to you in her profile of you. She, managed to bring in your personal life after the time that we were separated when you started seeing TJ.
What specifically did she say?
How promiscuous you were, for one thing, and how you flaunted it in front of the family.
And just where did she find this out?
She didn't get it from me.
Well, she didn't get it from me, so who else could it have been? And it all really sounds very suspiciously familiar, because those are the words almost verbatim that you said to me before you threw me out of the house.
That was between you and me. I wouldn't air our dirty laundry in public, Sophia.
Oh, not even a little pillow talk with Lydia? What does she do? Have a tape recorder on while you're in bed with her?
Don't be so damn crass.
You should have known this was going to happen before you invited the Lydia Sonder into our bedroom.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I'm sure your mother would be glad to tell you how it feels to betray probably the one decent thing that we had left together.
Daddy, what was that all about?
She seems to forget that we are divorced. Excuse me, I gotta go.
Daddy. Oh.
Goodbye, Cruz. I'll call you later.
I came in at the wrong time. What just happened?
Don't ask. Hey, where have you been?
What do you mean?
I have been worried about you. You didn't call. I've been imagining all sorts of things, thinking you're out there doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Me? Out there doing crazy stuff? You don't know how close I came. Are we late?
No, in fact, you beat Miss Lane here. That would give us time to go over a few things before the hearing starts. Now, I know this judge. She's very tough, but very fair. And we may have a strong enough case without digging too deeply into Victoria's background. But in case we don't, you thought any more about what we discussed earlier?
That's all I've been thinking about, and frankly, I'm still not convinced that you're right.
What's right here is relative. The primary consideration should be your son's welfare.
Any last-minute words of wisdom?
It's really up to you. I mean, whatever you decide, you know I'm behind you.
Well, you have a lot more experience with this kind of thing than I do, obviously, and with that in mind, I'm going to let you do as you see fit. I just hope you'll promise me that you'll hold back as much as you can, unless it's absolutely necessary.
Well, I hope we won't have to go with everything we have on it. Look, we've got about 5 minutes. I'll meet you both inside.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Well, this is it.
Hey, everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Wonder where Tori is. It's so weird. It's already so far late. I can't.
Am I too late?
No, you're not. We're still waiting for Tori. Did her lawyer call you as a witness?
No, actually, I'm here for you. I thought about what you said the other night and it started making sense, so I'm here if you need me.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. But it may have been a wasted trip if Victoria doesn't
I
get
just got off the phone with Miss Lane's attorney. He was supposed to pick her up over an hour ago, but she wasn't there. He said he'd call us as soon as he tracked her down.
Excuse me. Mama, it's Cruz. Oh, my God. No, we'll be there right away.
Is something wrong? Is Chip okay?
My mother put him down for a nap about half an hour ago. She just went into his bedroom to check on him, and he's gone.